Hello folks, my name is Scott Grove. I'm here to teach you walking bass lines today. I have covered some of these in my previous country, blues, and rock bass guitar videos, but we're going to cram them all together. I've had a lot of requests to do just walking bass lines. So we're going to do everything that I have put in the other videos, plus a whole lot more. Because if we're going to concentrate strictly on the walking bass lines, there's a lot more than just the typical walks that we can do. There are a lot of variations on them. To show you quickly what is in this video, if you are a country player, we are going to cover the typical walk line. These will be able to be used in every single kind of music. But for now, if you're a country player, you might play that type of thing. If you're a rock and roll player, something simple might be like a okay, that type of thing. We'll go over how to do that. You'll have your typical lines like this. For you blues type players, and same thing for country, same thing for rock, you just speed it up or slow it down. And we'll have variations and little fills that we can do on it, just like that lick we just did there, that walk. We can change it up. Do that kind of thing. So there's going to be a whole lot of interesting stuff going on. So anyway, this is not for the 100% beginner, but if you have at least just a slight bit of bass knowledge under your belt, we can get through this with no problem. Okay? So we're going to do all walking bass lines today. So you guys have fun, and we'll see you here on the other side. Okay folks, hello, we are back. We're going to start off, yes, this is all you're going to see of me. If you're wondering, this here is an old Gibson Grabber G3 bass guitar, set up basically like a Stratocaster for the most part. Got your 3 signal coil pickups, but I've got them all on at the same time. Really cool sounding bass. Anyway, we're going to get to our first walking pattern. Now, we're going to make sure you guys are in tune first. Hopefully everybody in the world has electronic tuners these days. If you don't, you know, break out the big piggy bank, spend the $15, get the tuner. Here's your low E. Here's your A. Here's your D. And finally your G. Okay. Now for any of those players of you who do not know your notes out there, of course you can find it anywhere on the internet, printed out in 2 seconds. I'm going to be naming the notes for you. For the most part, I'm actually going to be telling you what string we're on, so either the E, A, D, and G, and then I'll be yelling out fret numbers. As you can tell by this particular bass, the fret markers, or their dots, aren't extremely well seen on this particular bass because you got white fret markers against a maple neck, and it's a beautiful thing. I got the dark markers up here, I can see them just fine, but anyway, so I'll be yelling out all of the fret numbers that we play in and on what strings. Okay, your first one, we're going to do your basic walk, okay? So if it were to be in context with something like a country beat, just something nice and slow like that, I'm going to actually go in the key of G, and it'll be played like this. this basic walk pattern is starting on the G, so you're on your low E string with your first finger. Okay, you got 4 fingers that we're going to be using. You never use your thumb for anything. So you got finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Okay, I don't care what you do down here. Some people use picks, some people don't. Some people play with your thumb, which is wrong, but you do whatever you want to. Some people will play it like this. Okay, so some of you will be doing 2 fingers. You know, that type of thing. So whatever is good for you, whatever works for you on this hand. I tend to use a few fingers and play it like this. You know, that type of thing. Okay, if you're a pick player, you might do that. Okay, so on to the lick. Okay, here's your first walk. Is going to be in the key of G. So on your low E string, your second finger, 3rd fret. First finger on the A string, 2nd fret. 4th finger, if your 3rd one won't reach, on the 5th fret of the A string. And then, okay, same thing. Okay, so you've got 3, 2, 5, 2nd fret again with your first finger on the D string, then 5th again on the D string, then just backwards. That's all there is to it. That's all I'm going to cover on that, except for now, if you were to go to the next chord, which in country or most anything that I'm going to be applying everything to today will be like a 12-bar blues pattern or a straight country pattern. So next you would actually go up to your C, which would be just dropping everything down 1 string. So now you're starting with the C note or your 3rd fret on your A string and doing the exact same thing. G. Okay, here's where we just change it up. When we go to the D, we're only going to play that much. So your D is on your A string at the 5th fret. You're playing the same pattern. It looks the same. Those 4 notes are you're going to play. Then C, same 4 notes. And then G. Same 4 notes. And then we have to come off of the D. So pinky, 5th fret, A string. C is 3rd fret. 2nd fret B. Open. And then finally back to G. So you get. Okay, so that's a whole pattern. I'm going to play it 1 time through and show you a quick variation. We'll move on to a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is your basic walk. That is the root of all evil here. Now what we're going to do is double it. Doubling only on your right hand, your picking hand, however you do it. If you're left-handed, of course, it's your other hand. So instead of, now we're going to go, so simply double everything up. 2 notes instead of 1. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all there is to that. A thing we can do with this is to change this up slightly. Now, that is your basic pattern. Okay, you can change that up by only playing just part of it anytime you want. Music is about creativity, use it. Same thing, but you don't have to use the whole walk. Well, that is just messing around with it. You just stop and play, or just something you feel. Okay, so it's just that type of a thing. It's nothing more than you doing something else with it. Okay, with this same thing, we're going to do the same lick, or the same walk pattern, but we're going to still do it in G, but now instead of going, we'll do the same exact thing, but in a different way, which will be this. Okay, so we're still starting with, now we got our first finger on the G, 3rd fret, so we're on our low E string. Now we're taking our 3rd finger all the way up to the 7th fret. Same string, E string. Now everything else is going to be 5, 7, 5, 7. So we got 5, 7 on your A string. 5. Okay, so that's it. Then backwards. 3, 7, 5, 7, 5 on the D string. Backward. And what is kind of cool is you can take this and then instead of taking your finger directly to the 7th fret, slide it up there. Slide it back down too. So now you have this. Same thing in C. Got that growl. Just slide it down and then switch fingers. Okay? Half ones. The same little lick going down. Okay? Now another thing we can do with this, and keep in mind, this is all not a country thing. You speed this thing up and you're back to rock and roll. I'm doing half of it. Sliding it. Okay, see, so it's not just the country thing. Okay, so don't anybody get bummed unless you're a country freak. Okay, now, and I love my country, probably more than anything. Here's a variation of this one. Okay, instead of going straight from the 3 to the 7th fret, I want you to go 3, then I'm going to do a middle finger at the 6th, and hammer on, meaning press down the 6th fret with your middle finger on the low E string, and then you actually hammer your 3rd finger. You don't play anything else here, you just play it once, and get the 7th fret note. Again, and then I want you to do that coming back up, which is this. So we have slowly 3, 6, hammer on 7, 5, 7. Let's see what I actually did. So I'll do that. I want to do that. Okay. So you get 3, 5, or 6 to 7, I'm sorry. 5, 7, 5, same as before, then backwards. Then the hammer on again, and then 5th fret on your A string. Then right back to your G. That's a little thing there. Okay, so again. That's kind of getting something to get used to. But you do it some more, and here we're going to see. Okay, so you see where we're getting at. So if you're doing that D, C, I'm doing like little hammer-ons and pull-offs there. So here's what I'm doing in D and C. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so you got 5. Now you got 8 and 9. Get the hammer on. 7. Twice. Then 9. Pull off to 7. Pull off means you only play it one time with your finger, your pick, whatever. And then you're actually playing it like you are picking it. You pull it off to the next note. So now I'm starting to get ahead of myself again, which is fine because I want to blast right through this stuff, get you guys as much information as you can. Rewind is a beautiful thing, people, or pause. So if we're in that D, we're up here at the 5th fret. I'm doubling up on the picking hand or the fingering hand. Okay, so that's just another variation of that. So now if we were to be playing along, I'm going to start this. I'm actually going to, let me see what we can do here. Okay, there's a swing beat. I'm going to do this in G again. I'm going to double everything up. Okay, I'm going to double it up with the 10. And I'm going to use the hammer on and everything. And the pull off too. So I will all be doing this. Okay, so let's do it together one time. So I'm doing it all the way up. Doing that every time. And on the C. C, then G. Then we're also already there for the D walk down. 5, 3, 2, open. 3 on the low E string, back to your G. Okay? One more time. Here we go, just blasting through it again. Use your pause button, kiddies. A 2. A 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm going to show you just how to play around with some of this. We're going to stay in the same place for one more time. Then we'll switch to different keys just to do something different. Another variation of this. Variations are what this is all about. People called in, wrote in, they wanted every possible way you could do these walks. So with this same thing that you're doing now, okay, from there, you have this. This is on one of my other videos, so it's nothing new to some of you. Some of you other ones that get only this video, this might be new. So from that, once you get to that position, back to your G note, so 5th fret on the D string is a little lick like that. Okay, this here's actually a lick, not a walk. Or you could call this a run, not a walk. You gotta learn to walk before you can run. Now I'm gonna give you a run during your walks. You gotta mix your walking with your running. Okay, we're on the D string, 5th fret, 1st finger, so okay, so it would actually come before you actually got to that 5th fret. Or something like that. There's so many ways to do it. But what all it is you're actually playing it one time with your picking hand. It's a slide from 8th fret on the D string to 7th fret, and then pull off to the 5. That takes some getting used to. See, I'm only hitting it once. Same thing on the A string. 8, 7, 5. So now it's going to be the same thing on the low E string, but we're going to go from frets 6, 5, 3 back to your low G on your low E string. You can actually do it with different fingers if you want. So I use different fingers on every time. Okay, so it's just a little thing you can mix in with it. I'll do it one time, 2 times, maybe tops. I'll do it with a few chords. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4. When will I do it? I don't know. So that is just having fun. That's just some flavor in there. So there is your walks. The licks are something entirely different. So we're going to concentrate the rest of the time on mainly walks. And I might throw a lick or two at you. There's your lick, okay? Okay, now the weird one is going to be, I'm going to do this in the key of A. I'm actually going to switch this up a little bit. And I'm going to speed it way the heck up. We're going to put this up in rock and roll territory to get some of you guys woke up out there. Here we're going to go to this lick in A. To be all doubled up. I'm just going to give you the basic walk. What reason I'm doing this is to give you some open string stuff and to come down instead of always going up. Okay, we're going to go up like that, but from the E to the D, give you places to come down and to creep back up from underneath of your main note. So we're going to the key of A. So we're simply going to be playing the open A string. Okay? And just for this purpose, I'm going to do the same thing with the hammer on. So you're going to do the A string, probably twice, just because I like to do it. You do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. So twice, hammer on from third to fourth, same string. And you know the rest. Okay? I'm only going to do half of it. What the heck? Let's do that much. Let's just do that much, okay? It's all played just like the other ones. No difference. It's just a different place. Okay? But we're doing it on open strings. So here comes some variety. D, same thing. Back to A. Here's the difference. Here's your E note. Instead of your low E string, we're going to go C. So you're going, the second fret is your D, I'm sorry, your E on your D string, open D string, fourth fret on your A string, so you got, okay, that's for your E on this. Now for your D, to go back into your A, we're going to do an open D string, and then we're going all the way to the low E string. Open, second fret with your first finger, whatever you can reach it with on the fourth fret, and then finally back to your A. So you got, okay, so you're creeping up under it, so you're doing some down stuff now. This is where it gets fun. So all the way from the beginning, and I'll play it slow in the key of A. I'll show you the whole length of the bass here, so you can get everything in perspective. You can even see my dots here. Okay? Nice camera angle, I enjoy this. Backwards. So that same E that you've done before, then you just finally hit A again. Here it is with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can keep doubling up, or you could just play it straight like this. Here's straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what I did there was we're simply doing what we did earlier. Going D, back to the A. So we've already done it. So we won't sit here and dwell on it, but we've already done that lick. Okay? And what else you can do is this. I'm going to show you this in the context of the music, then I'll explain it real quick. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all I did was same thing we were doing. Now open, second, and third, fourth. Then right to the D thing. Then the D back to A that we normally did at the end of this. I'm just throwing it in the middle of it. To the A there, second fret, G string. Same lick I showed you up here. The only lick we've done, or the run we've done, I'm sorry. I just love that run, or lick. If you're a lead guitar player, it's a lick. If you're a bass player, it's a run, or vice versa, who cares? Mix them all together. They're yours. Merry Christmas. Okay. Now, another thing I want to show you on that particular one is the only other thing you might want to throw in are just the simple octaves if you want to stick them in, okay? I like doing those now and then. If you don't know them, you haven't seen one of my videos yet. So if you're playing an A, the second fret on your G string is an octave. So thumb on your A string, middle finger, or whatever finger is best for you. I like the middle finger. Okay, so it's just an octave up. Both A's. Now we're second and fourth fret. Third fret and fifth. Fourth fret and sixth. So, then back to your D. Okay, so that's all we get is it's one of those funk things, but if you ever want to stick it in, or you can play it straight. That's where we're having this, or a pick. So. Okay, that one is nothing more than a variation in, what should we say, our little pronunciation, our way we do this thing, the way we phrase it is the proper term. I have a little brain fart every now and then. This is another part of a walk. It don't matter if you're going forward or backward or in and out. It's just what it is. Okay, so we got open A, then the A on your G string, it's the second fret, then that lick again. So it's a matter of going, incorporating that lick. Then I went up, back up. Here it is all down. I stop and go back up with our little hammer on. Or you could go. These are all walk patterns. Okay, now we've got different type of walk patterns. We're going to change up to something totally different. I'm going to go back, get our tempo back down. My lovely drum machine here. We won't take it so far down. Let's try this. I don't like the rumba. We're not going to do no mambos or none of that stuff. We'll get back down here in territory of something we can actually deal with. Let's go to this. Okay, nice and simple. I'll give you some cymbals so you can hear it. Okay, well, I'm simply going to do this. It's an easy, probably the easiest walking pattern there is. I'm going to stick it in the key of C this time, just to prove something to you or show something to you. And it's simply this. Simple. You probably already got it figured out. We'll blast through this one and not waste a lot of time. You're in C, so you're on the A string, A sharp, B, and C on the 3rd fret with your first finger. Okay, it's just simply this. 4 notes, period. Okay, 3rd on the A string, 5th on the D string, 3rd on the G string, nobody left, and 5th, again we're playing around with the G string, that's it. Just sliding into it. You can pull off. Or I'm playing actually both of them. Same thing when you go to F. You're just starting at the 1st fret on your low E string. Same exact thing. Back to C. I'm doing what's called a little hiccup here. So one time. Okay. Back to C. And if you want to come up from the F, it's a nice thing to do. Let's do that just to teach you something that you already know, but it doesn't look familiar yet. So from the F, so let's go to G. And now F. So we're just double timing from the F, open A, 1st fret, every fret right back to your C. So you got walking back down with just on your D string, on all just yell out the frets, 5, 3, 2, open, back to 3rd on your A string for your C. 5, 3, 2, open, C. So you've got okay, so that's all that is. But it's old sounding, but you can always make it new. These are part of walk patterns. This is actually a very important one to put in when you can, when you want to. Okay, so I'm going to start in the key of C just like we just did, and follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. Back to C. G. everything together. But that is another one of your walk patterns, just that simple. But it's a matter of what you do with it. Okay? So another fun one is a very basic one. This here is actually very popular back in like the 50s. So I'm going to take you back up to rock and roll speed, or we'll call it rock and roll because it's not actually rock. So my fancy drum machine here. I love it. Okay, so let's get it up to speed. Let's go a little faster this time. And let's see what we got. Let's see what this is. Let's see. Okay, I can live with that. Okay, now we're going to go to, let's find a key. It really doesn't matter. Let's go to A again, but let's do it on the 5th fret of your low E string. What we're going to do, okay, that's what I want to do with this, is you already know this, which is going to be 5, slide up from 7 to 9, and you're doing 7, 9 on your A string also. So you've got this. Now, the things that I'm going to change are going to be a slide from 4 to 5. Okay, let's see if we can get my, there you go, you can see the dots now. It's that. Now I want to go up one more fret to the 10th fret. Okay? And we're going back to the 9th fret on your E string. And that's it. Okay, we're going to use lots of growls. We're sliding up. You can even slide up from way down here. I don't care. Just get up to the 5th fret, but with a slide. That's got a nice boom. It's almost like a tuba sound. That's where bass comes from. It's a tuba thing. Okay, so it's the same type of thing. And that's all there is to it. For the easy one, you can throw some vibrato, wiggle that thing, you know, if you want to. But for a big deep growl, you can slide it from all the way down to open. That probably feels better, 1st fret. That way you're actually on the neck. But it don't matter where, as long as you get to your 5th fret, your dot. You can see my dots now. I'll make sure you can do it. And so, with lots of slides. Okay? I'm just going to play through the pattern one time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. A. E. Half of it, D. Okay? That's it. Just nice, easy lick, or walk. From the E, we did this, just half of it again. I get my dots in there for you. When did I become British? All of a sudden I'm Madonna or something. For the rest of this video, I'll be talking like a wanker. How's that? Sorry for all you people over there in Britain, but aye. There's E, half of it, D. A, then dun, 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 which is 7, 5, 4, 7 on the low E string, back to 5, your A. You can do that stuff if you want. You saw it earlier, rewind, go get it if you love it. Okay. Okay, there I'm simply mixing styles again, or mixing walks. So you have, I'm going to mix a couple in shortly, you got this. Okay, so I just mixed a few in there. These are all things we've already done. The one we just did. Now I'm just going up to the A. Then part of the lick. Now we go to D. We can either go, if you want, okay, you can even go up two more frets. Just for crazy things. Nothing is out of bounds. Try everything, okay? So these are some of your walks. I'm going to show you some more. There's more to be had. I'm not going to do that to you. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, let's go to an old key that you've never played in yet. Just for something really weird. Let's do one of these things in the key of B flat. Why? Because we're here. And I'm not going to dwell on this too long. But just to show you that the patterns stay exactly the same. Okay, I'm going to get nice and close here. Okay, you've got A, your second string down. And right here, your first note on there is B flat. So if we were to play everything like we've been doing, you would still have the same things. Now that's E flat, B flat, F. Now why didn't we go up higher? Because we have a low F. Bass is about bass, you know, being as low choice as you have of notes. So there's B flat. Here's a E flat, just straight down from it. Back to B flat. Normally you could go this, which is your prerogative. You do what you want, kiddo. Or you can pick the low road. Remember, it's only a string and a fret skipped away to get to the octave. Okay, so that's just to show you, if anybody throws you a curveball and wants you to play in a weird key, everything stays the same. It's always about going from one position, from your one chord, they would call it, whatever key the song is in, to your 4 chord, which is dropping straight down, to your 5 chord, which is 2 more frets above. So the reason they get this is strictly from, for you people who don't know, real quick lesson, is from the old do, re, mi thing. Say we're in the key of G, I'm going to teach you this in about 1 minute. You're in the key of G, this is considered your 1 chord. So that's 1, whatever key you're in. So it goes do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That thing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So that's simply on your low E. There's 1, 2. These are not the fret numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that thing, learn it, love it. Here's what it's for. You're in the key of G. This is your 1. You are in this key, so this is 1 now. Somebody tells you to go to the 4 chord, you know to go. Why do you know to go to the 4? Because it's straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4 from that do, re, mi junk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So instead of saying do, re, mi, count to 8. When you're at 8, 8 equals 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's your octave. Okay? So that's what that's about. So most of your songs are going to be 1, 4, 5. Okay? So you're playing 1, 4, back to 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Believe it or not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all circled and based around that. Okay? So that's a really quick lesson in that. go learn that thing. I know that do, re, mi junk sounds stupid, but it's the heart and soul. It's 100% the rule of music, period. There's a reason that thing's been around so long. Not because it's a great song, because it is the rule to music. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It pertains to everything. If you're in the key of C now, C is your 1. Now if we're going to 4, F. Back to 1, which is C. 5 is now G. 4. Now 1. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reason being is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that in your brain, I'm done here. Instill that in your brain. That's the most important thing you could possibly learn, is that. Because it gets you from your 5 note back to your 1. So anytime you need it, you just do your do, re, mi thing backwards, but you say, instead of fa, la, do, say, whatever the be backwards. I'm not real good at it on the spot going backwards with that thing, but I can count backwards. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's easy enough, okay? And when you're doing all of your walking patterns here, they are all based on that. There's hardly ever going to be a time when you're not going to one of those notes. If we're still in the key of C here, there's your 1, that's your 3, 5, 6, 8, which is 1. So it's the same as 1. Our first one. 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, 3, 1. That's all it is. So all these things are made out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7 you'll probably never use. The 7 that I showed you. So if we were in C still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You would actually, that's called the major 7. You're going to use what's called the dominant 7th. You'll never use the regular 7, the major 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. You might as well get it sounding ugly while you're at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dominant 7th, 8. Okay, so the one that I told you earlier, which was this, proves that. Here's your 1, 5, dominant 7th, 8, or 1. Okay, so anytime you're doing that kind of thing, remember that dominant 7th. But really do, learn that do, re, mi thing and count to 8, and you can play anything, folks. Okay, so to go back over it, I'm going to give you just some music here at the end, this drum machine, and you play all these things. This is all the time I have, but these are your walks. These are about all there is as far as walks go. Okay, there are variations you can do on all of these. If you're playing, you can play them backwards. You can play anything you want that is in that walking pattern that I showed you, but mix it up and you'll hear what sounds right, what sounds wrong. But the notes that I showed you are the only notes that you can pretty much play in them, okay? So I'm going to get down here and show you my pretty face. I know you'll love it. Anyway, I'm Scott Grove. I'm going to give you some music to jam to here, okay? I'm going to just turn it on, let you jam for a while, and put it on the rock and roll setting, I think. And you guys just jam out, and anything you guys ever need, just write to me. Anytime you want another kind of video, just write to me again. I'll make it. I have nothing to do all day. Okay? So I'm going to let you jam out till the end. You guys take care. I'm going to find the button on this machine. And you guys just play along. Anything you need, write to me. Call me. Whatever you got to do. Okay? Talk to you in a little bit. Here we go, folks. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you loving it? Play that thing, man. Play it. Here we go. Here's my solo. Okay, alright, I'm going to do one more thing for you. I'm going to give something to the country folks out there. Here you go, kids. Alright, that's it. You guys keep on jamming. I gotta get out of here. Video's over. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed all the bass walks and all this other fun stuff. I just enjoyed hanging out with you. Again, write to me, tell me what you're looking for. I'm always willing to make a video for you, okay? Take care, kiddies.